Hi, my name is Alicia Young, and this is my video introduction for Special Education for Building Administration, EDL 853. Like I said, my name is Alicia. I have been in education and worked in Wichita Public Schools. This is my 26th year. Currently, I have a very interesting job. I'm called a school improvement plan coach. What that means is I work with elementary schools that need a lot of extra support. I also work with middle schools, and I work with one high school. I also serve on the Kansas Professional Standards Board. This will be my third year to serve on that board, so that's a very interesting role that I play as well. My past experiences include I've been an elementary school teacher. I've been a middle school teacher for several years. I was a middle school instructional coach, and I've also been a district level lead instructional coach. There I focused on supporting the instructional coaches with professional development and training, and then I also led the district with MTSS. Personally, I live in Wichita, Kansas. I've lived here my whole life. I have been married for almost 25 years. I'm a mother of two college-age kiddos, and they are both students at University of Kansas, and I have two dogs. So I am living the empty nester lifestyle, and so I have my dog pictures there because they pretty much dominate my world now. And then I also have a picture of my happy place when I'm not at work and when I'm not studying and doing homework myself for my own professional growth. I like to spend time at the lake in Missouri. So when thinking about special education, I was thinking about it in terms of the schools that I support right now. Like I said, I have a kind of an interesting perspective, and I work at the district level I work with basically two elementary schools, one K-8 building, three middle schools, and a high school. And so when I was thinking about the schools that I support and their use of content-based learning, I was kind of thinking about it in terms of all of those schools, so to speak. So we do have district special education teaching specialists that provide campus support at both the elementary and the middle school level. Most of our classrooms, I see a lot of co-teaching where we have a classroom teacher that is also working closely with a special ed teacher or a special ed paraprofessional that push into the classroom when at all possible. Those classroom teachers are providing modifications as defined by their IEP, but they're also providing accommodations for differentiated instruction, working towards those grade level standards. And then all of our elementary schools and then the majority of our middle schools and high schools provide that Tier 3 intervention for both reading and math programs, and they also provide progress monitoring in those so we can closely monitor the students' progress. My personal use of content-based learning with my own classroom, and it's been a while since I've been in my own classroom. I've been doing the coaching role and at the building level and the district level for quite a while. But when I was using content-based learning with special ed students, I always had CWC classes. During those classes, I provided scaffolds to help students meet the standards. I've always provided reading and writing strategies for all of my students, and differentiated instruction. I focused on the taxonomy levels, and I also used leveled readers, or I looked for appropriate text within a lexile level that was comparable for what the students needed to master the content. I used a lot of Marzano strategies. I also implemented AVID strategies. I did a lot of explicit instruction with the I do, we do, you do model. Vocabulary instructional strategies were very strong and common in all my coursework as a teacher, and using strategies for language development both for written and for oral was really important with my special ed students. And of course, active engagement strategies for all of my students, but especially for my special ed students. All of these strategies are great for all kids, and they really help me to check for understanding, but I'm also able to provide those students with strategies that support them and differentiate for them as needed. So when I think about strategies to improve achievement for special ed students as a building leader, I was thinking about system structures that I would want to have in place for my teachers. I've always felt like it was really important for the classroom teacher and the CWC teacher, whether that was a teacher or a para, to have some common time where they could collaborate. Also, if at all possible, provide consistency so that from year to year, the class within class teachers could build a relationship and remain in a partnership if at all possible. Also, professional learning for paraprofessionals. I feel very strongly that that would be a structure that I would put in place, as well as professional learning for purposeful planning for special education teachers. In our district, we're working very hard on standards referenced grading, and so that means a strong focus on standards-based planning. So I want to give the opportunity for special education teachers to really dig in and take a look at what their students' data would be and identify the needs of their students as they plan towards the standards. So as an instructional focus, I would feel strongly that these would be at the forefront of what we would be focusing on. If I was the administrator, it would be the standards and the foundational skills to help our students meet their standards. Focusing on the taxonomy levels of the standard and constantly working to continue to keep our classroom instruction rigorous, and using strategies for learning, strategies for teaching and strategies for learning, those tools that the students can use as they learn. When I think about instructional focuses for reading, Erie's phases for reading for elementary teachers, and the 5 essential components for reading for all teachers, as well as active engagement strategies that are going to be very important to keep our students engaged and allow our teachers to check for understanding. So that is my introduction video. Thank you for watching.